Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to Vlogmas day 15, 10 days until Christmas Day. It is my second full day in New York today. It's another really perfect blue sky, absolutely freezing cold day. So you'll have just seen a few clips of my breakfast setup this morning. It was up at, it's called the Darling restaurant, which is so sweet, up on the 46th floor of the hotel that I am staying in. Just the most incredible views all the way down Central Park as the sun was starting to come up. It was absolutely incredible, and I was there quite early, still a bit jet lagged, and all of the members of staff there are just so lovely, so friendly. It was a great start to the day. So now I'm on my third or fourth hot drink because I've actually just been for a little morning walk. To be honest, most things really open up at 10. It's still only 9:30, so I feel like I'm just kind of eager and waiting for the day to get going. But I've had some really cool experiences already this morning. So if you watched yesterday's vlog, oh my gosh, and I was too tired to sign the vlog off properly yesterday, but the evening that we had was so incredible. So we went to the St. Thomas's Church on 5th Avenue and we went to the Handel Messiah concert. So it was the, I think it's called, well, I'll tell you, the St. Thomas Choir of Men and Boys and the New York Baroque Incorporated Orchestra. It was pure magic. I will quietly put a little bit of the soundtrack that I recorded in the background here. There is something just so hauntingly beautiful about a men and boys choir. They were absolutely incredible. It was so like traditionally festive, and I'm so glad that we did it. Our seats were very heavily obstructed by a big pillar, but we got the tickets for like $20, so didn't bother me at all. And to be honest, half the time I was just sat there with my eyes closed listening to the beautiful music, and it was truly a magical evening. So that was yesterday. So this morning I went out for a little walk. I got a really good close-up view of the Rockefeller tree, which really is quite amazing. There's a beautiful little alpine market all around the outside. And then I trotted over to FAO Schwarz, which is, I guess, like the New York version of Hamley's toy store, and they do this whole like opening fandango where there are these nutcrackers outside and they invite a child to come and wave a flag to officially open the store. So that was quite cool to see. And then after having such an amazing experience at St. Thomas's last night, I thought I'm going to go and have another look in another of the churches on 5th Avenue. This is a little life hack. If you ever are feeling a bit overwhelmed, or you just need a bit of time, a bit of space, if you're feeling a bit overstimulated and you need just somewhere warm and quiet and peaceful to just have a minute, go into a nearby church. In London, in any city in the world, any place in the world, you're always welcome in a church, and this church was St. Patrick's, and it was so beautiful, just very calm and relaxing in there. And then on the outside, I'm not too sure what they were celebrating. I've messaged my mum because she knows more about Spanish saints days than I do, but there were so many people with Spanish signs, and there were these characters, I'll show you on the screen here, dressed up as, I don't know, I think they were wearing like sombreros. They were in traditional costume, and they were just having lots of fun. So that was really cool to see. What else did I experience this morning? Just had a really lovely walk. So yeah, kind of just waiting now for things to open, because the plan this morning is to head down. I've been kind of in the middle of Manhattan near the park for the whole trip so far. But today I'm heading down and we're going to do West Village, Soho, kind of Bleecker Street areas, try a few more of these really cool food spots, see what's in the shops, have a look at the decorations and things like that. And then hopefully, if I can get some last minute tickets, the plan is to go and sneak in the Rockettes at 4 o'clock. There is a show, and then as soon as that finishes, I have got to get over to JFK because my flight home is tonight. But I feel like, even though I've only been here 2 nights, with all of today, it feels like a really good amount of time in New York at Christmas if you just need that fix, because my flight in got in early, had a really long afternoon on the first day, all day yesterday, and then today feels like a full day too. So unfortunately I am packing my suitcase. I need to get everything zipped up, packed and left down below, and I thought I would share with you just a couple of things that have been essential for this trip. Number one, oh my gosh, I put these to the test yesterday. These are my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Barefoot Primus Light trainers in the natural knit, and yesterday I think I did almost 30,000 steps. That's the great thing about being in New York. You walk so much. So yeah, 30,000 steps got ticked off in these shoes yesterday. And yes, I could feel it in my legs. It felt like a definite workout, but my feet were super comfy. I had cashmere socks on, so my feet were nice and warm. An absolute game changer. If you still have not tried 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 footwear, then I would so highly recommend these. And also, I actually traveled in this pair, and the great thing about wearing 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 shoes, especially if you're wearing a pair of shoes all day long, is that you have the natural movement of your foot, because the soles, I'm not going to touch them because they've been pounding the streets of New York, but the soles are really flexible, so your feet are able to move in the way that your feet naturally should, so you're not bound up with a really kind of solid sole, and it's so much better for your foot health, therefore your knees and your back and your posture, so you really connect with the ground that you're walking on. Especially when I was walking in Central Park, that was really lovely. They're so incredibly comfortable, so good for your feet, and I think Josie 15 is the current discount code that we have that will get you a saving. I know I've been on DMs with so many of you helping you choose the right pair for your husbands. The one that I showed you earlier, the Primus Knit in black, is Charlie's favorite pair when it comes to doing workouts. You'll see me wearing those literally every time I'm in the gym, especially if you're doing weightlifting or things like lunges. Because the sole is so flexible, it means your feet are able to grip the ground more kind of solidly, if that makes sense. So they're amazing for workouts. They just make incredible gifts. But for marching the streets of New York, the Primus knits yesterday, I'll be popping these on again to travel home in later. These ones are just a little bit smarter. I think the Princess of Monaco has these ones. And I did bring a third pair with me. I actually haven't worn these ones yet this trip. I could actually maybe wear these today because I'm wearing a cozy knit and jeans, and I feel like, yeah, these will probably be perfect for wearing today, especially if I'm going to be going in shops and trying things on. They're slip on, slip off because of the elastic top. My Primus knits, you can also get them with elasticated bits, so if you're like running to the gym to do a Peloton or something and can't be bothered with laces, that's really handy. But these are the boot style, so they're really nice and warm. I think the lining is actually a bit more thermal, but again, I've been wearing cashmere socks, and these are fantastic if you know you're doing a lot of walking. These are just the absolute best. They're so comfortable. They've got a sorry it's a bit dirty, but a really grippy sole, so I wear these a lot at home. So yes, my regular viewers will know what a huge fan I am of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅's, and especially if you're going on a trip where you know they'll be doing a lot of walking, just make sure you're wearing something that's actually good for your feet instead of restricting your feet in like shoes that have got a really clunky sole, because that's just not great for your foot or leg health in the long run. And then my next essential, I feel like you guys will know that I'm going to mention this, because this mask and I are just best friends. I don't go anywhere without my Current Body LED mask. This mask is on the battery pack, so it lights up just with a little button here. And I use this, I mentioned in a vlog a couple of days ago I've got into a really good habit of actually using this every morning. So LED in the short term just gives your skin a really lovely natural glow. I feel like it just makes you look healthy, even if you've been out in freezing cold, you've done a long haul flight, you're maybe a little bit dehydrated, you've maybe had a little bit too many donuts. This is just an absolute skin savior in the short term. So I have been doing it, as I mentioned, in the mornings. I pop it on for 10 minutes and I do a series of stretches. I've actually been finding 10-minute stretches on my Peloton app and clip this to my pajamas or tuck it into my hair towel if I've just got out the shower. I showed you that in a vlog a couple of days ago. And doing some stretching while I'm wearing this, because even though you can have your eyes open, I just close my eyes, listen to the instructions on the app and do a little bit of stretching, which is absolutely perfect. I'm in my mid-ish, almost mid-30s, and I feel like stretching is something that I need to do more of. And by multitasking, by doing my mask and my stretches, it just means that I never miss either, which is perfect habit stacking. And in the long run with LED, it's just so highly studied and proven now. Current Body have done so much of their own research. Practically every single dermatologist or skin expert that you will ever talk to will rave about LED. What it does is it actually affects the different layers of your skin. There's infrared, near infrared and deep infrared within this mask, so it does penetrate those different levels of the skin, giving different benefits, and it makes the cells within your skin think that they need to go into repair mode. So whether that's going to be improving the collagen levels in your skin or improving any fine lines, improving the texture of your skin, it just has so many benefits, zero downsides. It takes 10 minutes a day and you can stack that with other things. This is the part of my skincare that is the best price per results. Like the cost of this, and I do have Josie CB as a discount code. The price of this is the same as like one really expensive anti-aging serum, or I think like 2 LED facials in the salon. You can get this for the price of that, and once you've got this, it's yours. Like they use this thing called, is it 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆? So every single mask has gone through so many levels of testing to make sure it's absolutely perfect, that it works to the absolute maximum. And there are so many red light masks on the market, but this one is so highly proven and tested. Current Body have done so much research. It's so comfortable to wear because of the silicone. I just could go on and on about it for a million years because it's so incredible. But yeah, this always comes with me. I've done it already this morning while I had my hair up in my towel after showering, but I will do it again on the aeroplane later. So I'm going to pop this in my hand luggage and zip up my suitcases, and then we are ready to go. I've had my hair in heatless curls since 7 this morning. I got up at 5:30, had a shower, washed my hair, and then put my hair in heatless curls. So let's take these out so that I can put a hat on, and then I think I am going to actually get a taxi to go down to West Village. I'm gonna find somewhere really nice to grab a matcha to start the day, and then just exploring. I'm not sure the best way to get the Rockettes tickets, so I think I'm gonna have a little look at the prices online while I'm in the taxi, but otherwise apparently you can literally just turn up at the door. I would also say that my third travel essential would be this, my heatless curl set. It just means I don't need to spend any time at all doing my hair. I put this in either overnight like I did the first night, or after washing my hair just for a couple of hours. And I personally, obviously these need brushing out, but personally I like the curls from Heatless Curls better than the curls when I actually use a proper device. And then obviously as they drop, you could always use your hair curler to top them up, and there's no heat damage, and I find that they actually last longer than when I use a heated device too. So this would be my third travel essential. Anyway, enough chit chat. Oh my gosh, I've been talking to you for so long. Let's get out of this hotel room and go and explore New York. Okay, I've just given the Heatless Curls a brush out, and we've got some really lovely volume, but I am going to have a hat on today, so it may not last. I've put on another layer, a cashmere roll neck, and then I've got my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 thermal lined trousers on. A very quick pan of my hotel room before I leave, just to show you. This has been the perfect place to stay. I booked on booking.com the Park Lane Hotel, and my view has just been incredible. If you watched the Vlogmas before we came, you'll know that Charlie very kindly upgraded my room to a park view, and honestly it's just been so magical opening the blinds to this view every day. We've got this little station over here. There's actually nothing in there except for a fridge, so I did ring down and ask them to bring up a kettle. Got this little seating area over here. Nice big bed. Bathroom is in there. It's actually a really nice bathroom, and you know what? It wasn't obviously cheap, especially because of the time of year, but I was quite pleasantly surprised by it not being... It wasn't like ridiculously expensive. It was not cheap, but it wasn't ridiculously expensive. The only problem has been the Wi-Fi here, so I've been having to go to the Apple store, which luckily is open 24 hours to do my uploading. Vlogmas issues, but overall it's been amazing. So suitcases all packed. I'm gonna leave them downstairs and let's get going. East Village, and I've heard that this is a really good matcha spot. You really have to know where to go, because I would honestly just have walked by. It's called Mixed In, and apparently just incredible ingredients, so let's go and have a look. So word on the street is these are possibly the best scones in the world, definitely in New York. It's a place called Mary O's Soda Shop. So they're little soda bread scones. All they sell here is scones with jam and butter. And oh my gosh, they smell incredible. We've had to wait 20 minutes for these, so hopefully they will be delicious. From one delicious foodie spot to another, from Lucy Botanical Cakes. Let's go and see what's inside. Aww. Wow, it does look like my wedding cake, doesn't it? Wow. This is literally a food tour of the Lower East Side. This place is entirely dedicated to cinnamon rolls. It's called Spirals. I have to see this. Wow. Ooh, it's so cold.
And it's for influencers in New York, so it's not like free. But because it's a US, I saw last night that these guys are on it.
I'm sorry, but is this not the most adorable cinnamon bun in the world, with some mega frosting and a gingerbread man on top? Truly, the New York food scene is unlike anywhere else. This is just amazing, but this is going to get saved until after lunch. And it is a bakery hat trick. This place is called Honey's. They also do amazing cinnamon buns. Look at this. Can you see that cinnamon bun on the end? Covered in icing. Wow. Cookie butter monkey bread. Look at this. Peanut butter and jelly cake, or jam. Oh, wow. Everything here is just next level. Not heard of those before. Looks scrummy. What a gorgeous place. We just stumbled upon a Jisoo pop-up. They've got a little hot chocolate stand over there. It's a big line, but it looks very, very cute. Ooh. That's a good sign. They've got La Marzocco coffee machines for their little pop-up. Sorry. This is a cafe dedicated entirely to bone broth. I got a chicken immunity broth with ginger and turmeric and added vitamin C. Such a good idea for a cafe, and how hearty and nourishing on an absolutely freezing cold day. Yay! My entire face is completely numb. Look at the colour of my hands. They've gone pink. I feel like this is going to be exactly what we need. So we're heading over towards West Village now. I'm going to be able to check out some of the shops and see how lovely and festive it is. It's so different down this end of the island. So many food spots, So many bakeries. It's really lovely. It's nice to see a different side of New York, maybe more of like a local side. Let's give this a go. Ooh, that's delicious. So throwback to my New York trip in May, because we're at Washington Square Gardens, which is really close to where I stayed when I came in spring, and there's always so much going on here. So many creative people either skating or selling their wares or playing the piano. And now there's a beautiful Christmas tree. So festive, and everyone is having a jolly time. Sweet little shop, same owners as the Bar Pisellino, which is where we just had a lovely coffee and hot chocolate. Cute. Okay, I feel like today's vlog has just been food, but can you blame me? So now lunchtime. This place is called Mama's too, apparently the best pizza in New York. I saw someone on the street eating one and just had to come and get a slice. I don't know what to go for though, because all the flavors look incredible. I do love a pepperoni. Oh my goodness me. I think I'm just gonna get Angry Nonna. Sounds good actually. Yes. Ooh, can't wait. House pie a la vodka. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Upside down.
Wow. My mouth is watering so much right now. This looks incredible. I have no idea how I'm gonna eat this. It's gonna get messy. And I'm wearing a beautiful white coat. Let's do it. Well, the pizza was exceptional, really good quality. And now we're just wandering down Bleecker Street. There's some lovely little boutiques here. This is the footwear shop. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, how do you say it? 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 at Randall. Oh, that's a cute little window display. Just gonna have a mooch down, walk off that sensational pizza.
Come in and make everything personalized.
So in this shop, what I just showed you was a little sewing machine, and everything that they sell, they personalize for you. What a lovely idea. Such nice makeup bags. These are like the flat lay ones, where they open up entirely. Lovely velvet ones. New jewelry pouches. Beautiful. Such a nice gift idea. Lovely leather goods. Look at this scallop detail, so pretty. This is a little personalization bar. How cute. Ooh, I can never resist popping into 𝑭𝒂𝒐 stores. I love their dresses when they're on Net-a-Porter, but when you have to order them from their website, boy oh boy do they sting you with the customs. So let's have a little look. IRL. Ooh. Oh, little like layering pieces. So sweet. Okay, I love this little seat in the middle. It's adorable. Cute little chunky knits. Mittens. Imagine having a bit of furniture like this in your dressing room at home. Just so sweet. Gotcha. I mean, that is quite cute, isn't it? I love it. I should get one for Freddie. And look at this for a cute little lunchbox. Oh my gosh, great for picnics in the summer. And these, they sold out online and I'm really tempted. That is so sweet. Look at the little bows on the cardigan. The store is gorgeous. It's like a little girl's dream dressing room. That is so lovely. The ladies in here were very much enjoying my coat earlier. Okay, I feel like so far we have done a food tour and a cute little boutiques tour of the Lower East and Lower West Side, and now Em is taking us to one of her favourite, it's kind of like a deli called Meadow Lane. Apparently it's very viral, so looking forward to seeing what all the fuss is about. Okay, we've made it downtown. That was a long and very cold walk, but let's see what all the fuss is about at Meadow Lane. Oh, we love a bougie food shop. Look at how they've got the mushrooms presented, just growing out the boxes. That looks very satisfying. This would be a great place to come and grab your lunch. Oh, that looks so good. Beef tallow tortilla chips. Gosh, everything here is very bougie. Love it. Oh, that's so nice. They've got Flamingo Estate and Martha. Love seeing all the different things they've got in here. Such a great selection. Okay, I think I have defrosted finally, because we were in the Meadow Lane shop for 15 minutes waiting for them to bring out more mac and cheese, and yes, we are eating mac and cheese in the back of a taxi because we're heading back uptown now towards Times Square. Sorry, let me just turn off the taxi music.
I think you're going back on even though we've muted it.
I think it's because it's adverts and they just want everyone listening to the adverts. The adverts in the taxis here are next level. I love all of the like proclamations, is that what it's called? That they've got to say at the end, like,
oh yeah, they have
side effects might include blah 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 and death. But yes, we have got the cacio e pepe from the Meadow Lane deli. It's very good.
The Meadow Lane deli.
What is it?
Gourmet grocery.
Oh, the gourmet grocery. I'm so sorry.
Deli.
This is cacio e pepe and truffle, and it's really, really good. Really good, and a very good portion size. And for our pudding, we're going to have the gingerbread spirals cinnamon bun. My brain is frozen. So we're whizzing up to Broadway. Hopefully we can get Rockettes tickets half price. Hopefully we get there in time, because Em's never been before.
I did just go and see the Nutcracker. And
no,
I imagine this is more high energy ballet.
No, this is not ballet. This is like line dancing. It's a spectacular.
You didn't sell it to me when you said it's line dancing. I was like, oh.
Just wait. Let's take a right.
Every hour, new things, single lights.
darlings, that was the most incredible way to end my 2.5 days in New York. I'm so glad we were able to get those last minute tickets. We tried going to the tickets pop-up in the middle of Times Square, which actually would have been the most amazing way to get them because they're half price on the day of the show. Sorry, I've got a little mark where I had my glasses on during the show. But we realised when we got there with 20 minutes until the show began, because the queue was so long, we actually just wouldn't have made it. So we ran from Times Square to Radio, what's it called? Radio City Music Hall, and just got them at the box office. And I think the tickets worked out around £68, $90, and they were each, and they were really, really good seats. We were super, super close, and I don't think Em really knew what the Rockettes was going to be, and I told her it was kind of like line dancing, like songs that you would recognize, but she was absolutely blown away. And I have to say, I don't think it was that different to when I saw it like 5 or 6 years ago, but this year was really special because it was 100 years of the Rockettes. So 1925 was when they first started doing that, and it really is just such an incredible production. And it's not just like fun and colourful and jolly, it's actually really technical dancing as well. Like the moves, the precision, the timing has to be spot on for these routines to look the way that they do. So it's just, it is truly a Christmas spectacle, and I'm so, so glad we squeezed it in. The timings couldn't have been more perfect. It's only an hour-and-a-half show, and it's 10 minutes walk from my hotel. So I'm now in a taxi, I've got all of my bits and bobs, and we are heading to JFK. I feel like, yes, it's been a whirlwind trip, but 2 nights in New York at this time of year, you can actually pack a lot in, especially with what we did yesterday, like doing the skating in Central Park and some of the shops, and then a real foodie Lower East meatpacking Soho Tribeca morning this morning, and then Rockettes. It just feels like we've done so, so many lovely things. Gosh, they've really left a mark on my nose. A lot of you guys were saying, Josie, your glasses are too big, you need to get them sized, so I am going to do that. But anyway, I should have enough time at the airport to grab something for dinner. I think there is a Shake Shack, although I'm not sure about if there is in my terminal. I think there probably is, T4, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some sleep on the flight home. But if I don't get another chance, then thank you so much for watching the New York vlogs. It was, I just love when a very, very, very last minute plan comes together, and I'm so grateful to Em for dropping all her other plans and hanging out with me, and for her incredible recommendations. It's just so nice knowing the places that a local recommends. So what I'll do is I will leave a list. Actually, I think what I'll do is an Instagram post with all of the places that we visited detailed in the post, so you can save that if you would like to. But yeah, I will see you at the airport, and if I don't get a chance to say goodnight, thank you so much for watching the vlogs, and we'll be back tomorrow, back in the UK, probably a little bit tired and grumpy, but we've got something really fun happening tomorrow evening. It is the Cotswolds Christmas Defender Run, so we've got to make our Defender look festive, and then yeah, it's going to be a really fun charity evening. So I'll see you then. Good night.